Howdy everyone, Matt and Mateo here, coming at you with another orthopedic special test, and this one is for the ankle. It is Thompson's test. Now this test has a pretty interesting backstory. So in 1957, Dr. Sam Simmonds described a form of this test, and he said if somebody has an injury to the Achilles and they lay prone and you apply a calf compression, that the foot falls into plantarflexion. Now flash forward to 1962 and Dr. T. Campbell Thompson publishes an article on a patient that he saw back in 1955 who had a heel cord rupture. And he said when I tried to squeeze the calf, there was no movement of the ankle. So this test actually is more known as the Thompson test, but there is some record of it being called the Simmonds-Thompson test. And so that's the backstory for it. To perform this test, it's pretty simple. Have the person in prone with the feet off the table. Now the original paper, he had them in quadruped position, but either way that you want to do it. There, you grip the calf right over the gastrocnemius-soleus and you provide a good squeeze to it. And if it's a negative, if there's no Achilles rupture, you're going to get some plantarflexion as you squeeze. But if it's a positive, there won't be any movement. However, there could be some times where you may get some movement. So an old tear, they said, yeah, you could have some movement with an old tear, maybe not as severe of a tear. Also, you could get some movement from the plantaris, or the deep toe flexors could cause some plantar flexion of it. So a few things they said to add into it. If the person's laying down and that foot is a little bit more straight down, could be a tear. If there's a palpable gap about 3 to 6 centimeters above the Achilles insertion, it's a positive, and a significant loss of that plantar flexor strength. So that's how to perform the test. So when it comes to the research, there's one paper that says it is very sensitive and very specific, a sensitivity of 96% and a specificity of 93%. And if you start looking at things when they're talking about Achilles ruptures, that everyone seems to say this test has a very high sensitivity, a very high specificity, a very high predictive rate of it. So it could be a good test for predicting those Achilles ruptures. So there you go. That is Thompson's test. Let us know, do you use this test? Do you like this test? What do you think about it? Share it down in the comments below. And as always, take care of yourself. Take care of your patients. We'll see you next time.